come searching anyway. So I sailed across the sea to see if you were there waiting for me, but you were not. So I sailed back with a broken heart. I waited till 3 to see if you would come looking for me, but you did not. So I fell asleep with a broken heart.
Second of July, 2 days before the 4th of July. You guys going out to fireworks?
Oh, they're canceled.
Oh, they've been canceled?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just heard, when they canceled them today.
Months ago, they said they weren't gonna go spend like even the one they do in Palmetto, it's about $1.5 million. So they weren't gonna go spend that money on those fireworks to not use them.
So they are doing it in Palmetto.
No, they didn't purchase stuff back then,
Uh,
because if they would've bought the fireworks, spent all that money on them, and then not do it, the fireworks, it's not like a gallon of milk you just put it in your fridge to be good.
Well, that's
It's
news to me.
It's not like your crack that you can sit out there and you find it behind the couch. You know, hey, wait a second, that stuff's still good.
Hey, no, that's plaster.
You know,
Popcorn.
like, that's
just some
freaking
plastic.
cat litter. What the heck did you guys do?
That's just nasty.
I had a good party, that's what happened. All right, so again, it is Thursday, July 2nd. This is a recovery room where we talk about everything recovery. We talk about prevention. We talk about treatment. We talk about recovery. We talk about wellness. We talk about illness. We talk about a bunch of stuff. Today, if you're not a member of the Recovery Room family yet, please do us a favor and go to the search engine on your Facebook and type in the Recovery Room, and a black and white icon, no, that's years ago, a icon on black and white will show up with the guy in the bed, and if you just click join on that, one of us either go on automatically or one of us will come on and click to join, allow you to join in, and there's some really cool stuff on there. I was looking at it today. We got Pastor Buck, and he's putting some stuff on there, and a lot of people are putting some of their strength and their hope in there, and their experience on there. It is a little community of people, of caring people, of people who, if you think for a second that nobody cares about you, you're absolutely wrong. There are a bunch of people out here in this world that really care about you, and so go on there, and you'll find on there today's topic was what?
You
Thank you.
already know.
Today's topic was what?
You already know.
Oh, you already know what the topic was?
Already know.
Who's on first?
Well, today's topic is you already know, and where we're going with that is that this show is designed just to be here as a stopping place for some people who maybe need to hear some sort of hope, to hear somebody loves them, and so we don't propose at all to have the answers to how you do what it is you need to do, which is stop using. And get clean and sober. We don't propose to have the answers to that.
Okay.
Well, everybody inside has their own demon. What
Yeah.
it was that triggered them to start using it in the first place. And they'll say, oh, well, marijuana was the gateway drug, or you start drinking young, you're going to be this when you get older.
Yeah.
Everyone has a different story, but the same outcome. And the outcome, unfortunately, for a lot of them is death, because they don't know what they're going to get. Like, if you're an alcoholic, you can go buy a Bud Light or a bottle of Jack or whatever it may be, and you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
You're going to
Yeah.
be getting liver cirrhosis.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
and
Thank
that.
you. Thank
But you go and you get the drug and it's mixed with fentanyl or whatever else, and you don't know. You don't know what you don't know what it was mixed with. And just because you got that dosage from that guy before, and he's your buddy, he's your pal, he doesn't know what it's cut with.
Yeah.
He's not a chemist.
He's out there struggling just like you.
I know.
You know, they don't make the drugs in the hood.
No.
The drugs are based somewhere else, and they're coming in. And you took one of our favorite quotes too, and that's what the other part of this. See, you already know if a sparrow, right, can know that when the dew is on the grass is the time when the worms are more prevalent. That is an instinctual thing, right? Nobody has to teach them that or tell them that. And so why wouldn't the highest species in the animal kingdom have similar or more intense instincts? And
They do.
and the fact is they do.
They're just like, nah.
Yeah. A big nan.
I mean, you don't get into your car going, huh, I could die or I could live going to the grocery store.
Yeah.
You know, but that is reality. You know, somebody could not be paying attention, run red light, whatever else, and
Yeah.
you know, you never know when your time is going to be your time.
Well, the same thing goes with Corona. It goes with addiction. It goes with everything. You know, you don't know when your time is, but you do know when you've got something. You know, you don't know when it's over. You know when it's going to be over. And I think when it's over, you don't know. You ain't going to know it's over. That's just my opinion. I mean, there's such a thing as the afterworld for some people. But you know, right now, and I said it to Sean on the way out the door, and it stuck in my head because we talk about it a lot. But you know, there's this whole thing about living like you're dying, because you are. You know, and I don't care what your circumstance. I don't care if you have stage 4 cancer or you've got a brain tumor or whatever. I don't care about any of those things. At some point or another, this thing is decaying from the day that you come onto this planet to the day that you leave here. You start and you're decaying. You're dying from the beginning. And so we get all caught up in dying, and you know, but that's not what it's about. It's about the living. It's about the living. And so when you're talking about being actively addicted, especially to a substance that's going to kill you, you're busy dying.
Pretty much.
You know.
It's destroying you.
And just because the doctor says that's it, fight. You know.
Hey, here's a prime example. I'm going to get it one of these days. I'm going to sit down long enough to get it edited down so we can show you guys some before and afters on Sean, because we just did him drumming the other day and riding his riding mower, and God knows what are we in the 7th month of the year? God knows 7-8 months ago, that just wasn't a possibility. That just wasn't happening. Getting on the drums, I mean, we set them up just as an inspiration, you know, but actually getting on them and playing them was so far out of the realm of seemingly possibilities, which says a whole lot about realms of possibility.
No, it was kind of something that he could just smile at, and like kind of a just happy like thought from his chair just to look at. I mean,
I think I told the story the other day. I went to go to my doctor's office, and you know, they don't let you inside, so I'm sitting in the vehicle, and I got the AC blaring, the stereo's blaring, I'm cranking out AC/DC, and I'm air drumming just everywhere, and my eyes are shut, and then I open them, look at, they're all staring at me. They thought I was having a seizure. I was just me going like this.
No, it sounded like he was having a seizure. No.
And they came out, and then they're like, well, your heart rate's really high. I was like, well, I was beating heck out of those imaginary drums in my head, you know?
Yeah, no, that was a moment. That was a moment for me. I mean, I've seen the whole thing from the beginning until now, and I gotta say that I'm happy. And you know, and then you know, we worked and we worked and we worked. And it's always good to see something that you do also work out, and so we're happy about that.
I mean, it sounds funny, like I had to put a bidet in because I couldn't wipe my own backside,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, for sure.
I wasn't saying, hey T, Mr. Manservant.
Yeah, manservant, yeah. That would be me.
Yeah.
And you know, and gladly, because that's what we're supposed to do in this world, people. I mean, the reality of the situation is that is what we are supposed to do. And the story is that people were calling me Sean's manservant. You know, some people that got issues with different things, and that's okay because everybody's entitled to
And
their issues.
we laughed. We got a great laugh, but we still do.
Yeah, and you're manservant. Yes, I am. But you know what? I'm going to take it to another level because it was really more like a bond service. See, there's servant and then there's bond servant. Some service you work and then it's like, you know, while you're on the clock. A bond servant is like, this is what I do. This is life. We're bonded to this service, and that's what we have to do for one another. We have to be bonded in our service to one another. It's the only thing that's going to change this whole scenario. Because I got to tell you, the masses are eventually going to win out. It's just the way it is, or the thing is going to go away. You know, we've been talking a lot about racism and a lot of different things. But let me tell you something. I believe that it's not about racism. I think it's about classism. You know, I believe that there's an upper class and there's supposedly a middle class and there's supposed to be a lower class. And it's about class, because I'm going to tell you, I don't care if you're black or white or Chinese. When you're poor, those people in the upper class, you're the same. It ain't no difference in your color or whatever.
If you're hungry, you're hungry.
Yeah, you know, and so this is really about class. More so than it is about anything else, and so we got to really keep that in mind. And so what we have to do as people is we got to get our servant modes together. We got to learn how to make stone soup. You know stone soup?
I've heard about it.
I remember the Three Stooges, and they take off their shoe and they put it in there and
Shoe soup.
yeah.
You know, but the way you make stone soup, right, is you go out in the middle of the town, right, and you take a big pot and you put a big rock in it, and you start the fire and you heat it up. And you get the steam rising out of the pot, and people walking by and they're curious and they look in and they say, "Ooh, that pot sure looks like it could use a potato. I'll be right back." You know, somebody goes and get a potato. Somebody comes, "Oh man, that thing sure looks like it sure looks like it could use a little bit of some carrots." They go and get some carrots, and by the end of the whole thing, people have contributed to the stone soup. And it is now a nice stew.
Well, that reminds me of the thing, like
Story.
when I went to cooking school and stuff like that. Like if you go to a restaurant and you buy a bowl of bouillabaisse, you're gonna spend like $25-30 for bouillabaisse.
Right.
Well, the history behind bouillabaisse was that was all the scrap stuff that the
Scraps.
rich people
Yeah.
wouldn't touch,
Yeah.
and the lower class would eat that.
Yeah.
And now they pay top dollar for the bouillabaisse.
Right.
You know.
Right. And so, guys, I mean, and so when we go back to, you already know, that just kind of says internally, you know what you got to do. The trick is just doing it. You know what you got to do. You know, like I said, what I did, because I did a geographical. I had to leave the whole town. See, that worked for me, but that might not work for everybody. You know what I mean? And so, but you know internally what you got to do. And you know the first thing is you got to get rid of some people. And that's the toughest one. You got to get rid of some people. You know, you know, Pookie and all them, y'all can't hang out no more. You know? And so then you got to, maybe like I did, change some places, and you certainly got to do some different things. You will find it doesn't really take too long once you get past the pain, because that's what everybody's scared of, right? First of all, you're taking something that was supposed to be for your pain, and now it's causing you pain, and then you're scared of the pain. Pain, 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 pain.
I'll say it again, it's only pain.
It's only pain, you know? And so then once you get over the pain and then you start doing different things, you're going to find out that those other things are so much more enjoyable than spending your days trying to figure out how you're going to get high. You know, you know, when you start doing some new habits and doing some new things, we're fortunate enough that a good friend of mine, Dr. Saval, is also he's a psychologist, and he works with people in treatment, and we've just reconnected. So we're going to have Dr. Hal. We're going to have Buzzkill, who just texted me and let me text him to go ahead and call in. Damn, I didn't bring the speaker. I can't call that. Makes it enough. Yeah. We're going to have Buzzkill, and then we're going to have Dr. Hal. We're going to have some people who can talk about the expertise of it. We're going to have some resources and things and some knowledge and some information to share with you guys that's going to be instrumental in your recovery should you decide to apply it. Is the reality of that one. Should you decide to apply it, it's going to be really great information. But the trick is applying it.
And deciding to apply it, making a decision, because so many people are not making a decision to apply it before they just, you know, not everybody is finding that rock bottom before it's too late.
You know, and I asked Christy a question this evening, and it was a good question. I thought it was a good answer, because I was like, you know, being clean and sober is such a wonderful thing, but is there still at some point, some place in your mind that some of that stuff is still attractive? Some of that thing out there in addiction is still attractive? And the great answer was, yeah, if I can get that euphoria that came from the drugs without all the damage.
Well, it's like, you know, if you thought, you know, that first, you know, few minutes after, you know, after watching that video, you know, mainlining heroin, that first, you know, yeah, if you had that first, you know, few 4 seconds, or, you know, that first euphoria without, you know, the financial and, you know, just huge fatal destruction and damage of your entire life and well-being.
Yeah.
Sure. Would I like to live life like that? Maybe. Would I ever think of doing that, or could I fathom that? No.
Yeah.
The other day I was talking with a friend, and they were like, oh, we haven't touched base in like about a year. I was like, oh, let's meet for a drink. And I'm like, oh, well, we really haven't talked in a while, have we, you know? But they were like, Sean, you're Irish. You can't ever drink again. What are you going to do? I'm like, very simple. I'm just not going to drink, you know? And for me, that was a simple answer. It's either live or die.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. I mean, and for Sean, that's enough. For some other people, that's not enough. You know, for some other people.
No, I mean,
you know,
I've got my daughter. I've got to live to see my dog lose some weight.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Well, and that's what you were talking about. You know, you already know and are making that choice where it's like, you know, what does it take? You know, and it's like, are changing people, their places, or things, or it's like sometimes it takes a whole lot. You know, changing places, you still, you know, I switched towns, but it took me, you know, I tried the 28-day program. I tried rehab or detox a couple times, but
Tried hitting the floor a couple of times.
2 years ago, a friend of mine, and he was like, I just got to beat the system. Blah, blah. He got his 14th DUI.
Oh, my God. Isn't that like life imprisonment?
No, because he got most of them over in California.
So they got some weird rules.
So he tried to rush the court date thing here before they got hold of those records. And, it worked out. He's like, yeah, it worked out. I beat the system. I'm like, no, you're freaking drunk. You know, it's like, I said, you're just kidding yourself, you know. I said, so once wasn't enough. Twice. 10 times wasn't enough. Let's go for 14. And what 15 is going to be the magic number. Is that when you're going to kill somebody?
Wow.
You know?
Yeah, it's something, man. I mean, it's really, really crazy. And so, yeah, it's like chasing the dragon, right? It's like one's too many and a thousand's not enough. You know what I mean? You can never get enough. And so when you get to the point where you wake up the next day and you got money in your pocket,
You're like, who's my pants? Whose pants I put on? Wait a second here.
somebody put some money in my pocket.
And who pooped in them? Damn it!
It's been a good night. Yeah, and you know, and you wake up and the person that you love is next to you. You know, and you wake up and you hear your little baby's crying in the background, and that cry is the greatest sound that you can even imagine. When you go out and you go out into the world, and you're not worried about what people are thinking about you or how they're looking at you.
Well, I'm Jimmy Crack. What about that? Yesterday, I was wearing a flowered shirt, and the lady said that my mouth thing was red. That thing was hot pink, and I had stepped on a nail earlier today, so I was walking like I got raped in prison with this pink thing on my neck and a
Yes.
flowered shirt around Goodwill.
Flaming.
And I was like, yeah.
I can lay in bed in the morning and somebody can knock on the door and I know it's not my P.O. 'cause I'm free. That is a beautiful feeling.
Yeah. So here we are, guys. Again, if nobody's told you they love you today, let us be the first ones to tell you.
We love you guys.
so much, and you know, it is the reason that we're here. Once again, it's like, listen, I'm nobody's therapist. I'm nobody's, you know, whatever. I'm not a specialist. You know, but what I am is somebody who cares, and what we all are here are people who care. And if there's anything you need in the course of recovery, is some care. We're not here to try to tell you we got all the answers, because we don't. The answer that we do have for you is our love. You know,
We
because,
wake up every day
you
trying
know,
to find our own answers.
Yeah,
Sometimes all you need is someone just to talk to.
yeah, you know.
And
Some days we wake up, go sit on couch and chairs and just sit and talk to each other. And we're always here to sit and
oh, I
talk
thought
to
you were talking to yourself.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
that conversation makes a lot more sense, huh?
Is that what you meant?
Oh.
Shit, no. Well, crap, no wonder half my stuff doesn't work out from your answers.
And you can see the type of conversations that they have.
Like, where's this at? Oh, I don't know.
Oops.
Okay, well, you see why everything happens the way it does.
Yeah. So I gotta call my boy, because I'm getting ready to play his music video. He must know about this. Y'all go ahead and talk. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. She's like, oh.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves.
See, y'all depend
Well,
on me.
No.
I can't do it. I can't
Well,
do
usually
it.
there's an intro to, take it away, Chuck.
Playing
but-
your redemption video here in a
Um,
minute.
Those guys are all out there using, I know it's really, really tough even now, having the second wave of the coronavirus thing, and my heart goes out to everybody in the restaurant and bar industry. I mean, just when you guys thought, okay, here, you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
can make that thing, make that payment, or do this or do that. And I know that's tough. I've been seeing a lot of things online. Everyone wants to know what's going on with the school, and the schools don't even know what they're going to do yet.
I think it's so scary, especially how they're bringing them back, like, you know, either a couple days a week, you know, the parents trying to figure out how can I go back to work, either
Yeah.
full-time
The
or
parents won't be able
part-time,
to, because
I know, so it's,
like 3 days a week,
they can't really take on a part-time
the kids will be,
job
they'll
or
rotate on, so.
It's hard to them to really
Uh,
commit to anything.
So I know it's tough out there for you guys, but it's gonna be even tougher, you using
Yeah.
and trying to just do your basic daily thing. You're like, oh wait, it's Tuesdays or is it Thursdays? The kid goes to school, and then this day you got. It's already confusing
Yeah.
enough. Just
Keep it together as best you can for them babies.
I know, because
Sorry.
the kids, they see every single thing you do.
Hey, Brett.
You might
Mr.
think that they're
KCB.
not watching, but
No.
but
I'm
they
sure
are.
it's already been hard enough up to this point.
I mean, we were joking about it before, about with all the kids, with oh, my kid said, hope they don't get the same teacher next year, you know, or, you know,
I'm sure it all got old real quick.
Well, that and the poor teachers, they're having to teach themselves on how to teach the virtual classrooms. And a friend of mine who's a teacher, she was showing me her stuff, and so she's got 20 kids on her screen. And so they're all like, and she'd be like, Johnny, you stop doing this, so-and-so, you stop doing that. You do
Get your
this.
hands off of her.
And,
I ain't
yeah.
touching that. I
And,
just, for real.
I mean, it's hard enough keeping their attention in a classroom setting. Now they can wander up, go do whatever, and just guys, remember out there, thank your teachers, because those of you that are having to teach your kid, you're going, maybe it wasn't the teacher's fault. Little Johnny was being a little bleep bleep, you know.
All right, KCB says.
Could you prep me for a video, Don, please?
KCB says, "What's up, fam from
What's
KC?
up?
Sharing
Yeah, Kansas
down
City,
safe
y'all.
lessons,
In the house.
doing good work."
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Let me know when I'm up, please. There's just also this thing called redemption, right? Which you can have. I mean, it is there for you. You don't have to always feel like you're the low man on the totem pole. And a good friend of mine wrote a song called Redemption, and we're gonna play it for you.
Is that a violin?
Yeah.
Oh, then we figure out how to use it.
The action of saving or being saved from sin or evil. Not doing this for attention, entering new dimensions, always be intensive, retention of redemption. Not doing this for attention, entering new dimensions, always be intensive, retention of redemption. Not doing this for attention, entering new dimensions, always be intensive, retention of redemption. Retention of redemption. Let's see, when I was little, Satan loved to test me. A dad who bet me, I'm not the correct me. A dog that I played with, a ball that I stayed with, I could hardly escape with playing sports and home tapes. Concentrate, not grades. Played violin, drums in school. Made me feel kinda cool. Looking back, said spoiled foolish, made it foil. Made me feel like a tool. At Christmas, I got presents, never thinking of the message nor the lesson, not even a question. I was selfish, now I tell it as a felon. Now I'm a grown man with my own plan, driving by in a slow van. No more jokes, fans, no more rope jams. Taking the high road, making the tightrope, shaking the fight mode, feeling amazing. Going through stage in the cage and embracing the pain. And what if I told you there was no such thing and call me Batman rather than bang? And going through changes and racing, giving that taking, replacing and placing faces, turning the page. And I'm grateful for getting the plateful. There's starving kids all over the world, so think before you take more. Not doing this for attention, entering new dimensions, always be intense and retention of redemption. Retention of redemption. As a teenager it all changed, broke the law every time it rained. Getting high, couldn't feel the pain. Parents fighting, lying down inside, so came the game. Knowing that I played full of shame. From drugs to friends, we're through the system, always bitching about stitches, twitching, itching, picking, switching decisions, tipping different attempts. Feeling livid, spending digits on the script until the script had flipped and hit the limit. Life is in shambles. Like my dad, I took a big gamble, a big scandal. Now I'm a grown man with my own plan, driving by in a slow van. No more jokes, fans, no more pro jams. Taking the high road, making the tightrope, shaking the fight mode, feeling amazing. Going through stage in the cage and embracing the pain. And what if I told you there was no such thing and call me Batman better than bang? And going through changes and racing, giving that taking, replacing and placing faces, turning the page. And I'm grateful for getting the plateful. There's starving kids all over the world, so think before you take more. Not doing this for attention, entering new dimensions, always be intense and retention of redemption. Retention of redemption. This goes out to anyone who took things for granted. Felt like life was slanted, outcast, but words command the respect you have to earn. Can't demand it on this planet, it's hard to understand it. Start the day off tying your shoes, only you know what you've been through. No Dr. Drew, like an athlete sitting in a locker room. Make it happen, just do the do. Even if it makes you sick and it caught the flu. No more lies to tell the truth, because the truth is in you. Saying come on dude, come on dude. Now I'm a grown man with my own plan, driving by in a slow van. No more toast fans, no more broke jams. Taking the high road, making the tightrope, shaking the fight mode. Feeling amazing, over the stage in the cage and embracing the pain. And what if I told you there was no such thing and call me Batman, then I'm banging. Going through changes and racing, giving that taking, representing place and faces, turning the page. And I'm grateful for getting a plateful. There's starving kids all over the world, so think before you take more.
You can kind of pause it out.
Oh shit.
Let it play. Again, let it play all the way out.
You get 3 more seconds.
All right, so that's my boy, KCB. I went up to Kansas City to shoot that video, which was really cool. You can what you can do is you can straddle. You can straddle the street, and you can be in Missouri and Kansas City at the same time. Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri, all at the same time.
Huh.
I was like, woo! Yeah, that was a fun gig, and that was a song called Redemption, and it's based on exactly that. It's based on the fact that you can have that. You can have redemption. I mean, and it's not about anybody else. It's not about what anybody else thinks. It's not about what anybody else says. It's not about what anybody else wants. You know, it's not about the government. It's not about the agencies. It's not about it's not about your family. And on some level it is, obviously, but it's about all those things, but it's about how you treat all those things. It's about how you take and utilize those things. That's the most important part, you know. I don't care how many, I mean, I know people that have been to rehab 10 times until they got right in their brain, until they said, okay, that's it, because all they were doing was taking breaks. You know, they were getting off the street for a while, you know, and so, you know, the reality is that, you know, getting off the street for a while is cool, but getting off that stuff forever is even better.
And I've gone in with like true intentions and heartfelt and really like, you know, I've done the journaling and I feel like I've made progress and I've come out and I have spent months and period of time clean and, you know, I've never been abandoned by my family and I've always had, you know, places and time and I felt like I've been in that space, but I've always gone back out and I've, you know, I've never felt stuck or, you know, I've been, you know, just like put back out there, but I've gone back out.
Well, years ago, I mean, I quit drinking for 10 years. Like, I didn't feel right inside. Went to the doctors and they did blood tests and everything else, and I'm like, nope, you're just getting older. I'm like, no, something's not right inside. And I stopped drinking for 10 years, and I was eating no red meat and tofu and all this other stuff,
Feeling
no
good.
fast food, and I never felt better. Like, I mean, I never felt like I was good. I always felt icky inside. It was because, you know, I had that bad liver that that they didn't know I had, you know.
Yeah, and you know, we don't talk about that a lot, but you know, because we focus our attention on opioids pretty much. But recovery is recovery. I don't care if you're eating too many E-clears or whatever the thing might be that is causing your system to be in just in a mess. You know, and so when you it's like you said, you stop and you get like really good stuff. Your brain starts functioning on a different level, and you know, like you said, you cut out whatever it is that you think is not healthy, and you just get healthy, man. It is such a wonderful concept, healthy.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I think once your body can actually appreciate it and kind of get itself in balance.
Yeah. I mean, and then it starts just becoming the norm. You know, it starts just becoming how you handle things. What's up, Pastor Buck? How you doing, bro? I didn't see you on there. Yeah, I mean, it just starts becoming the norm, and it feels good. It feels good. It feels good. So, you already know. What's the name of the show? You already know. You know, you already know. And what you don't know, don't worry about, because it'll be revealed to you. Okay? But focus your attention on changing those thought patterns, changing that stuff that's keeping you locked down. Because that's what it is. It's like being on lockdown. It's like being in prison. You know what I mean? And self-imposed though. You know, self-imposed prison.
Like, if you're driving your car and the po pulls you over and you're like, oh shit, we got hide this, whatever else, you're probably doing something wrong.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So if you're in the room and somebody's come in and you got to put all your stuff away because you know it ain't right, you know, you don't want to live like that, man. It is so nice to not have people have to hold their wallets or their purse when you're around. You know, to hide their stuff. So and so's coming over, hide everything. Put away the good silver.
Years ago, a friend of mine's dad was real sick in the hospital, and he's like, Sean, listen, he goes, my kids can't see, they can't go in my apartment. It's okay. He goes, no, you understand, they can't go in there. He goes, so you had to go in there, and he had the biggest porno collection I've ever seen in my freaking life. So I had to go in there and clear it out because he didn't want his two daughters to see it, which is understandable. But I'm like,
Yeah.
if you're that embarrassed by it,
Yeah.
just
you know,
don't.
You know it's not right. And God knows, guys. We know right from wrong. Listen, since the first time you touched that hot stove, you know.
So she turned her stuff yesterday.
Yeah. Oh! Yeah, it's still hot.
Yeah, preheat means nothing gets hot.
Yeah.
When
Yeah, it doesn't mean
Okay,
that it's
in my
waiting to go.
defense, he owns like this massive industrial, you know, where the flames like burning out of the top of the oven.
I have a commercial stove at the house.
So when you actually go to put the pan in there, the flame, depending on what setting it's on, is actually, you know, ignite like from the top of it. So, you know, it's a little touchy.
So still, now she knows.
Yeah. Ow.
Now
Ow.
she knows.
So we
Ow.
have a couple different pans in there, variable.
Yeah, all that.
It's nice.
See, when I was younger, I always look in the oven before I preheat it. I remember I bought my mom a car, and my vehicle was in the shop. My mom, can I please borrow the Volvo? She says, yeah, but you got to do the dishes. Well, I didn't feel like doing the dishes. I didn't have time to do the dishes. So I put them all inside the oven. Well, my mom preheated the oven to make lasagna that night, and
Judy.
everything melted all in one big thing. And I had to buy a whole new set of Tupperware, everything else, and
Judy says, hey, don't pick on your home chef.
Yeah. She's right. You're always right.
She said she could poison you.
Hey, Andrew. Hey, Rilla, how you doing? Hey, Glenn, how you doing? Hey, guys, how you guys doing out there in the corona? You know, we're praying for you, just so you know. You know, we're always like really grateful when you guys just tune in. When we see your names come up there, it makes us kind of all worth it. And I'm hoping beyond hope. You know when you go to my page, Terry T-Bone Rose, my top picture, which I don't know what the picture is. It's not the profile picture, the landscape picture, or whatever. On there it says Hope Dealer. And that's what that's who we are. That's what we are. And I'm hoping that it is contagious. I'm hoping that you guys are also taking and going out and spreading hope and spreading kindness and love and generosity and all those good things that are absolutely necessary for us to survive this whole racial climate, for us to survive this corona. I mean, you know, right now this whole mask thing that is a political thing, you know, we got to get our minds wrapped around. It's like we are human beings, we are adults, we are thinking beings, and so if we can do something to help mankind. What was our show yesterday, AM or FM? You either for mankind, FM, or you're against mankind, AM. Okay? FM is always stronger signal. FM is always better. You know? And so let's be for mankind. Let's be, I mean, you know, put a mask on. So what? What's the big deal? You know, yeah, you can't see people smiling. Yeah, that's maybe my biggest complaint.
It also hides a tooth when somebody knocks one
Oh
out.
wow! How long has it been now? 3 days since I heard it. Yeah. Well, you know, I understand.
No,
But yeah.
I don't think you really do.
No,
With
you
a
don't.
Hammer.
But yeah, I mean, you know, we've got to really become thinkers. We've got to really become thinkers and doers. And so the other, if you were like, again, if you went to the recovery room and saw today's post, you see on it that it says, "As a man thinketh," and of course, Sean had all kinds of. He was thinking about whether you peace standing up or sitting down.
Oh, I put a whole bunch of comments on
Yeah.
there. One of them was,
I was thinking
where'd I
about
park
it.
my chariot at? Because, you know, it's...
Yeah.
What was her name?
Yeah, what was her name?
Yeah.
Why did I open the fridge? Why did I go in
Would
the
I? Should I? Could I?
Why did I walk in here?
Yeah.
So it was the thinker. Because listen, as a man or woman thinketh, so are they. You know, your thoughts are what drive your passion, your desire, and whatever that's for. Your thoughts, if your thoughts are always about getting high, guess what you're going to do?
Die.
Just as when you first hear in the rooms, you know, you're stinking thinking, you know. Let your stinking thinking get you. Your obsessive thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Think. There's a book, one of my favorite books, and this was started way back in the positive thinking thing. A book called Think and Grow Rich. And in that book, there are all kinds of suggestions. And see, here's the thing. Poverty is also something that is kind of like a disease. Okay? And then you've got to change your mentality to get out of poverty as well. And people do it all the time. And so it's just like with addiction. You got to change your thoughts. As you think, so you are. You got to start changing your thoughts to other thoughts other than getting high. And once you start doing that, man, I guarantee you some more good thoughts will come. And then it just becomes this habit. And like Sean was saying, you not only that, then you'll start thinking about eating well. And then you start thinking about your appearance. And you start thinking about things that have become unimportant to you. Because you've been spending so much time doing the other thing.
Instead of picking up that shirt off the floor going, yeah. This isn't that dirty, or
Yeah.
I'll wear it inside out, you know,
Well,
or
it's been
whatever.
sitting there long enough, it's clean now.
That's
Yeah.
what we were talking about thinking. That's what we were talking about along the lines of thinking, like when you're sitting in rehab, that you've got to put yourself in that uncomfortable situation, because our first instinct, like when you're sitting in rehab or you're sitting in that detox situation, you're starting to withdraw, is you know, you start to feel uncomfortable, and your first thought is you want to run out and get back to comfort. You want to go out and get high because you don't want to feel uncomfortable anymore. You want to go back out in that situation because you don't want to feel like that. So,
Right before the show, a friend of mine, she's in a rehab in Tampa, and I was like, look, I said, can I get up there busy? I'll bring you some, you know, and I don't do fast food, but I was like, I'll bring you McDonald's, whatever. She goes, oh, I don't put crap into my body. I'm thinking, you're in rehab for doing crap. What the hell are you
What are
talking
you
about?
talking about,
You know,
woman?
it's like, I'll eat sushi and this and this, and I'm like,
Yeah, you do.
okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you do.
but hopefully she's watching. Yeah, I talked about you.
Yeah, we put you out there.
And no, that's yeah.
But like T always says, we don't know what we don't know.
Don't know what you don't know.
This weekend makes it 23 years ago my mom passed away. She took her
Wow.
last breath
Isn't that
in
something?
my arms.
God, how that time flies.
And my younger brother, we sprinkled his ashes next to my mom's ashes and stuff. And I don't look forward to going to do that, but afterwards I'm glad I went.
Yeah, mine's been 12 years. That time flies, guys. That time really flies. I am going to take a few minutes to play this video, Christy, if you need to step away. She don't like it.
I had an experience in this same bathroom. to be honest.
Isn't that amazing?
And,
Now I
Well,
can't-
while
This is
we're
why
in
I
Dead Silence,
urge-
go ahead.
this is why I urge everyone to please seek resources or reach out.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I did something with my screen, and so whatever. I don't know what to do these days. Yeah, I want to show this. What do we got? About 7 minutes, 8 minutes?
Yeah, that's
All right, we'll take about 4. I want to show you guys this video that I directed a little while ago. I'd like to see if I can change my screen. Hold on, Don.
okay. You're ready.
No, I don't want the mini
Well,
player.
while he's doing that, I didn't read the message yet, but I got a message from Dora about her book and stuff, so I'm not sure. It's obviously doing well. But those of you who haven't read it, highly recommended. You're gonna need tissues. I don't care. I'm tough. I'm gonna read this thing.
But
Um,
okay, so here we go. I'm not ready quite yet, though. I don't know what else to do, so let me just do this.
okay. Well,
All
could
right,
one
never
time do the
mind.
sponsors while
Yeah,
he's-
go ahead and go to sponsors, please.
And the recovery room is brought to you by
And the recovery room is brought to you by the website created to connect our brave men and women of the armed forces, first responders, and medical personnel to our community of businesses and services that honored their service. POWarriors.com, protecting our warriors who protect us.
Hammock Haven. Spice up your next event with the Hammock Haven experience. To find out more, go to thehammockhaven.com or call 941-201-5226. The Hammock Haven. Chillax a minute.
We back?
Trying to.
Trying to get back? We're trying to get back to where we once belonged.
Once belonged.
Yeah.
The birds of being co-producer.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We'll get
There
it.
we
Just
go.
gotta keep practicing.
Hey, are we back?
Yes?
Yeah.
Hey,
Hello,
so,
hello,
here we go.
hello.
What time we got here? 53. Okay, we still got time. I'm gonna try to find this video. You guys, I'm becoming co-producer here, guys. So you guys got to bear with me. I'm technologically challenged.
Oh, he's challenged. You just have to put technology down
Oh,
there.
you
just-
see, Andy's got no glasses today, so we're breaking
Oh, and I
into
can't
him
even
like
see.
a
On
champ.
top of
Oh,
everything else, I can't
sure.
see, yeah.
Blame it on the glass.
Blame it on the rain.
So before the show,
Blame it on no glasses.
I sometimes put the music on for the dogs so they'll calm them down so they're not so crazy. So I put some reggae on, and Bob Marley comes out of the gate. I was like, cool. At first I played, we let the dogs out. I thought they'd go crazy.
They were offended.
No, they just looked at me like, what?
Well, Johnson got into it eventually, but you'd think that, you know, no, not so much. They're not very entertained.
Is that it?
Yeah. Here's the video. You ready, Don?
I guess.
I'm gonna let it flow just like it is. I don't know what else to do.
Full screen?
I don't know. All right, here we go. You on?
I didn't know. Snorting that first line of oxy would take me down this path.
But realistically though, that one's on me. That's free. Okay. But if you want me to get some more, I'm gonna spend a couple of dips, a couple of dollars, and we can work it out. Work out some stuff in trade. You know how that goes.
Why don't we draw the line? I'll give you my all.
I didn't know that I would sell my body to support my habit.
So sorry, little one. Hardest thing I do.
No, I need your mom. I need your mom, baby. No, no, baby. No, mom, baby. No, my baby. I have to go to her. I have to go to her. No, Cataway, Kathy, no. Get away from my car.
I didn't know that I would lose my baby. That she was born addicted and she never had a chance.
You don't need a car to show you how far you can go.
I'm floating, I'm rolling down the highway, I'm strolling. How much you got you holding? It's so hard to control it, but I like the high.
Mainlining heroin in a public restroom was not in my 5-year plan.
With the high took my friends, so I'm down with the call to the end. I will.
Hey, baby, what's up? Did you have a party last night? Baby? Wake up. Baby? 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 Wake up. Wake up. Baby, baby. Marianne, call 911. What's Marianne? Wake up. Get her 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 up. No.
I didn't know that last shot that it would kill me, but it did.
We didn't even know she was using. I don't know how we didn't see it. My baby. My baby's gone. My baby.
All right, jeez, man, I tell you, I've done that. That's a PSA. We have a company called COPE International we haven't talked about. It's the Council on Opioid Prevention and Education, and we put that together as a series, and those are actually 4 separate PSAs, just showing the you know, trying the hard, really gritty, real side of addiction, and you know, we're going to play that a little bit more often because it's, you know, I think it's necessary. Anyway, it's a couple of minutes. You got some closing thoughts, Christy? A quote or something you'd like to share, Pastor Minister Sean?
Mr. Sean.
Most of them would just talk about the virus with everybody traveling this weekend. Guys, be safe. There's going to be a lot of freaking drunk drivers out there. There's going to be a lot of people saying, social distancing, whatever else. Just be smart. Be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people that were trapped in their houses, then they're untrapped, and then they're trapped again.
Like, wow, get out there and get wild.
Just be safe, and those things at the end of your arms, wash those things.
Yeah. Wash your hands, boy.
Most definitely. Everybody be safe. If you need to phone a friend, call somebody if you're feeling vulnerable. Definitely.
Yeah. Reach out, guys, because, you know, maybe that one little conversation can be that one that pull you back off the edge and keep you alive. You know, because, you know, realistically, guys, it is not your aptitude, it's not how smart we are. Some of our best arts get us in the most trouble, but it is your attitude that determines your altitude. So be smart and have an attitude of gratitude and kindness and love and compassion and all those good things that are praiseworthy. And if you want to make a difference in your world, just share that with people. You know, I don't know what else to say besides we love you.
Much love, much love.
Love you guys tremendously.
You guys be
We'll see
safe
you on
out
Monday.
there. Well, I won't be here Monday. I'll be up in
Oh, that's
Gainesville
You
and
said
Tuesday.
away and left me with nothing to say. You already knew I would come searching anyway. So I sailed across the sea to see if you were there waiting for me, but you were not. So I said